Tonight on News 5 Live, another murder in the Old Capitol, the fifth in less than 2 weeks. James Escarpeta is eliminated on Water Lane. Alian Domingo, the younger brother of Jasmine Domingo, who was killed inside her home last Monday, was arrested and charged for being a member of a gang. And in tonight's episode of Belize on Real, a history of boat building in Belize. These stories and more coming up on News 5 Live.
Whether you're in a bustling urban area or a tranquil rural community, connectivity matters. Internet access is key to continued socioeconomic development. That is why Digi, our national telecom, has and will continue to invest millions of dollars to expand its mobile and fiber networks throughout Belize. Thousands of mobile users and households, especially along the highways and in rural communities, are now enjoying the benefits of Digi's resilient infrastructure. Our national telecom will continue to lead the charge towards digital transformation by utilizing cutting-edge technology and maintaining an unwavering dedication to excellence. With our DigiWallet solution, Belizeans in urban and rural areas now have easy and safe access to a wide array of financial services via their mobile devices. And with the recent launch of DigiTV, Digi has made history, becoming the only quad play service provider in Belize. Now, customers can save with our DigiOne bundles that offer home internet, mobile, home phone, and DigiTV services, all in one place. Digi is committed to providing all communities with access to high-quality, reliable, and affordable services while unlocking untapped potential and opening the doors to a brighter future for all. Be a part of the transformation and experience connectivity like never before. Because with Digi, connectivity matters.
Shop smart for your Samsung devices in Belize and enjoy benefits you won't get anywhere else. When you shop locally for your Samsung, all your devices will be covered by a 1-year local warranty. You won't get that when shopping with the other guys. When in doubt, always look for the Cellular World seal to know you're getting the real deal. Shop with confidence and enjoy your Galaxy knowing that it can be repaired locally at our Samsung Service Center by certified Samsung technicians using original parts and machinery. Even better, enjoy the best LTE experience in Belize, knowing that your Samsung devices are compatible with major local carrier networks. Get the ultimate Samsung Galaxy experience only when you shop from authorized Samsung resellers nationwide.
Cocker, San Pedro, and Belize City are just a click away with Caribbean Sprinter. Avoid delays by getting your tickets and boarding passes online at sprinter.bz. And welcome aboard.
Vote for your favorite KTV contestant by texting the contestant's number and sending it to 588. Voting will be open from 8 p.m. on Tuesday until Sunday at midnight. Each vote costs 55 cents. Smart users, vote by texting the number of votes followed by a space, then your contestant's number, and send it to 5885. Each vote costs 50 cents. Here are this week's contestants.
This is what I found. Nobody wants to be alone. If you're touched by the words of the song.
So you see, I love you so much that I don't wanna watch you leave me, baby.
Watch count down to the end of the day. The clock ticks that way. It's so unreal. Didn't look out below. Watch the time go right out the window. Trying to hold on.
You really don't have the time. You've got one night only. One night only.
Me gusta tocar guitarra, me gusta cantar el son. El mariachi me acompaña cuando canto mi canción. Me gusta tomar mis copas, aguardiente es lo mejor.
There's always gonna be another mountain. I'm always gonna wanna make it move. Always gonna be an uphill battle. Sometimes we're gonna have to lose.
Tune in to KTV The Remix Season 5 every Tuesday at 8 p.m. live only on 5. So you think you can dance or sing? Well, come on out to Channel 5 on Coney Drive in Belize City on Friday, July 28th from 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. to audition for Summerfest 2023. If you are 18 years or younger, you can audition to be a part of this year's exciting show. So bring along your ID and talent to our studios on Coney Drive. Don't miss this opportunity to be a part of a fun show that celebrates young talent in Belize. So kids, before you go back to school, come give it a try and be a part of Summerfest 2023.
Good evening and welcome to News 5 Live for Thursday, July 27th. I am Sabrina Daly. A second murder has been recorded in Belize City over the span of 2 days. This is now the fifth Belize City resident to be murdered within the last 2 weeks. On Wednesday night, 38-year-old James Escarpeta was walking on West Street towards George Street when he was gunned down. Reports are that a gunman approached Escarpeta from behind and fired a shot at him from close range. Escarpeta fell to the ground and died on the scene while the gunman made good his escape. News 5's Paul Lopez has the story.
Just before 7 p.m. on Wednesday night, shots rang out on West Street in Belize City. Moments later, 38-year-old George Street resident James Escarpeta laid motionless on the ground. This morning, we spoke with his brother, Eugene Escarpeta, at their George Street home.
I was on the bus heading towards Pong Yard, where I'll get off and then I walk come home from there. Yeah, but from I got the news, I jump off before the bus turned to leave back, go to the backyard where they park, and I head straight to the crime scene. Met my mom out there, then my little sister came behind and the other friends.
The murder victim is said to have frequented Plew Street. Only last week, a 23-year-old mother was shot and killed while sleeping inside a bedroom on Plew Street. Since then, A spate of gang-related murders has occurred across the city, but Eugene Escarpeta says he did not know his brother to be a member of any gang.
My brother, he's not gang affiliated or gang related or nothing like that, right? So, we don't know he has no troublemaker. The first time he got in jail, he was wrongly accused, right? So that tripped him out, right? And he gone through a lot. From ever since he got back again the second, third time, we've been waiting patiently to have him back close to us. And since we finally get the chance and we have him back around us again, when he come out, I tell our brother, you're there out there, make sure you stay out there, you're not going back there. Yeah. He listened. I could say where you going up on the area, that much you just try find at least smoke because where you get it from wrong up, never have.
Okay.
Right, and he was on his way back home when that happened.
According to Eugene, his brother became mentally unstable after his first time behind bars. In one instance, James Escarpeta ended up at the Belize Central Prison in 2016 when he was arrested and charged alongside Brandon Tillett for the murder of Kevin Parks and the shooting of Charlie Moss. In another incident in 2019, the murder victim attempted to rob a gas station. He held up 2 attendants and ran off with an undisclosed amount of cash. But he did not get far, as one of the employees set chase and apprehended him.
I never talked to him about that, but we all knew that somebody set him up to do that. Because on his own, he would have left to do something like that. So someone gave him that gun and set him up to do that.
Eugene is a drummer. He volunteers with the organization Drums Not Guns that works to promote peace through drumming in areas riddled with gang warfare. In the wake of his brother's murder, he shared these somber words.
I don't know why after they kill out one another like a bunch of animals. We're the humans. Everybody have feelings. Everybody got in there, right? But not like that. Not by gun violence. No need to put down a gun and stop this senseless killing and stop the kill out one another because all are with the blood.
Reporting for News 5, I am Paul Lopez.
The 21-year-old Alien Domingo, the younger sibling of Jasmine Domingo, was shot and killed while she slept inside her Plew Street home on July 17th, has been arrested and charged for being a member of the George Street gang. This morning, he appeared unrepresented before a senior magistrate in the lower courts, where he was read a single charge of relation to the offense. It is alleged that Domingo is an active member of that criminal group and is engaged in committing serious offenses. He pleaded not guilty to the charge, but was denied bail and remanded to the Belize Central Prison until September 26, 2023. Last Monday, Alien's sister, 23-year-old Jasmine Domingo, lost her life, and her 4-year-old daughter was also seriously injured during a pre-dawn attack on their home. It is believed that he was the intended target of the deadly shooting. On Wednesday, Commissioner of Police Chester Williams spoke about the murder of Stephen Moss on Cesar Ridge Road. During his interview with the media, the top cop informed that Moss was the victim of a drive-by shooting that took place using a rented vehicle. To that end, he also told reporters that the Ministry of Home Affairs is considering the passage of legislation to prohibit the tinting of rental vehicles, since they are being used increasingly in the commission of crimes. Compa Williams was also asked if there was anything that could have been done to prevent Tuesday's deadly shooting. Here is how he responded.
Hindsight is something that people always try to use as a means to say things. You can't say that because you see a vehicle circling an area or moving through an area, it means that they're going to commit a crime. Yes, the police have been vigilant and have been stopping and searching vehicles, but again, they can't stop and search every vehicle. And like I said, the vehicle is a rental vehicle. And I just discussed with Minister yesterday, my minister, that what we might need to do is to pass a law that when it comes to vehicle rental companies, they cannot rent or they cannot tint their vehicles that they're going to rent. At least the 2 front glass must not be tinted nor the windshield. Because we find now that many of the rental companies have heavily tinted vehicles. And when the criminal elements want to go and rent vehicles, they rent those that are heavily tinted, again with the intent to conceal their identity when in those vehicles to go and do nonsense. So it is something that we will have to look at to see if we can get Cabinet's approval to disallow rental companies from tinting vehicles that they are renting.
In February 2019, 2 Belize City men were charged for burglarizing Victor L. Bryant on Lake Independence Boulevard and making off with a cache of weapons and ammunition. This afternoon, Selvin Linares pleaded guilty to the offense when he appeared before a senior magistrate. His alleged accomplice, Randy Chambers, maintains his innocence. When Linares was arrested in connection with the incident 4 years ago, he was charged with 5 counts of kept firearm without a gun license. He was also charged jointly, along with Chambers, for the crime of burglary. Since he appeared unrepresented in court today, he was informed that he must be prepared to continue representing himself when he reappears in court on September 13th. Linares is presently serving a 7-year sentence for a burglary he was convicted of, committing along with several others at a BTL office in Ladyville. On July 20th, the home of Sergio Hall in Chanchen village was riddled with bullets from a high-power rifle. Surprisingly, there was no loss of life during the heavy shower of lead on the residence. Hall, however, was injured in the shoulder. The incident is the latest in a rash of targeted shootings in Corozal district, believed to be related to narco activity. So what is the Belize Police Department doing to stem the gun violence that is taking root in the north? That's the question. That question was put to Commissioner of Police Chester Williams when he spoke with reporters on Wednesday.
That matter, again, we still believe that it has a lot to do with the earlier shootings we have had in the north. Starting with the shooting death of the guy Usher. And we do expect that the matter is not going to go away easily. We do have our presence still in that area with our operation teams doing what needs to be done to prevent these things from occurring. But again, like I said, there is no police work that is going to be foolproof to avoid these things from occurring. But I think that all in all, the police work in the area has been extremely good to the extent that we have seen the speed of shooting decrease tremendously.
Sir, how can you say this when a house was riddled with 22 shots from an AR-15 and an M4 carbine, sir? You know the type of rounds used. They're consistent with the one used at Usher House. The man lives in Chanchen. Hall is a known target. How is it that this happens, that so much lead entered the man's house and you all aren't anywhere near to prevent it?
I can say, Jules, based on what you would refer to as empirical data. You're a person who loves data when it's convenient to you. When it is not convenient to you, then you try to throw it through the window. But if you listen carefully to what I said, the speed, I didn't say that the efforts of the police in the area have stopped it. But certainly we would have seen earlier on that the shootings were more consistent. No, it is not. That is not the case.
Coming up, Minister of Public Service speaks about Crown Council salaries. Find out the details of these stories when we come back.
When I was a student, ICB was there to protect me, ensuring my education and future. When I got my first car, ICB was there to protect me, providing excellent coverage and peace of mind on the road. When we moved into our first apartment, ICB was there to protect us, securing our belongings and giving us a sense of security. And when we got our first house, ICB was there for us, protecting our home and everything we've worked so hard for.
At every step of your life's journey, ICB is there for you. For more information, call 224-5328 or visit our nearest branch.
healthy meal options for vegans and those with health concerns. Your delectable dining can be topped off with our excellent desserts, natural fruit juices, and exquisite wine and drink options. All prepared by our certified chef and
energy efficient. Belize Electricity.
So kids, before you go back to school, come give it a try and be a part of Summerfest 2023.
The black and white, the statistics are showing that crime is down, violent crime is down.
Recovering him was shot twice last night around 11:30. According to his family,
Maxborough area of Sand Hill. They found
July 11th, the Director of Public Prosecutions wrote the new Attorney General on behalf of the Crown Counsels and signed by all 11 of them, complaining that their salaries leave much to be desired. The DPP, Sherilyn Vidal, shared with News 5 today that Attorney